Hey there, everybody. I hope you are well and that you've had a wonderful 2023 so far, at least the first 5 months of it anyway. And I hope your 2023 so far has been filled with abundance of health and abundance of wealth, lots of love, lots of happiness. And here we are at month 6. June 2023. Wow, the year has really flown by. And if you're new to this channel, hello and welcome. This is Universal Wisdom Tarot. And if you're returning to the channel, thank you so much. Welcome back. Thank you so much for your support of the channel. I'm truly grateful. I'm truly honored that you spend your time here with me. And to all my new people who are just joining for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. It helps to get the messages out. Okay. This is your general intuitive tarot reading for June, and it is for the sign of Scorpio. So sun, moon, and rising sign of Scorpio. As a general intuitive tarot reading, it really means that the messages may resonate for you. They may not resonate for you. Don't worry about that. You should always use your discernment. Take the messages that resonate for you, leave the rest for somebody else. There may not be a message. Don't worry about that, okay? But if you are interested in a personal reading for your personal situation, there is a link in the description box below that you can click on. And if you're interested, this is a really, really great time to actually try and get a personal reading with me because I'm having a big sale. Calling it my summer sale, living in the Northern Hemisphere. It's summer coming up, and so it's for a limited time only, obviously. But if you live in the Southern Hemisphere, then think of it as my winter sale. But basically, in a nutshell, it's a good time to get a personal reading at a much reduced cost, okay? So I think we should just gonna dive right into your cards and your messages for the month of June, my dear Scorpio seekers. And if you've been with me before, then you know that I always like to bless the cards, and I always reach out and give thanks to the angels, spirits, guides, and the universe. And I ask that my seekers and I are provided with protection. And I ask for clear and concise guidance and assistance in interpreting the messages that are provided to me. And I always ask that the messages that are provided are for the highest vibrational good of my Scorpio seekers. So let's dive into the messages for you, Scorpio, dear Scorpio, June. Okay, let's see what's going down for you. All right, beautiful card. First card that comes out is the Death card. Okay, you got your 4 cards out. Second card out is the Moon. Third card out is the Sun. Fourth card out is the King of Cups. At the bottom of the deck is the Page of Wands. So right off the bat, Scorpio, you have 3 out of your 4 cards are Major Arcana cards. Major Arcana cards are about life messages, right? Life, big messages, like messages that are for life lessons. And not the nitty gritty day-to-day kind of thing messages, but messages that are key to moving on. And one of the things, and moving on is actually quite apropos. It's very appropriate to what we want to talk about this month, because the Death card has come out, and the Death card is that card of transformation, right? It's that card of going from one thing into another thing. And I really feel here that you are going almost through a rite of passage here. So maybe, for some of you, you are shifting in a phase of your life. If you're an older person, maybe you've retired and you're moving into sort of that retirement phase. If you're a younger person, maybe that rite of passage for you is your graduation, right? It's, graduation time coming. Maybe you're moving from, one level of schooling into another level of schooling, which is very different, right? Maybe you're coming out of high school and you're going into university, and that's a very different phase of your life where you are a little bit more independent and, or, could just be you're going from being somebody who was working and now you're a person who's no longer going to be working and now you want to travel and live your life a little bit. So there's definitely a transformative nature here in the month of June for you, Scorpio. As I said, you have the Death card, you have the Sun card, so that tells us that this transformation is a beautiful thing. It's the thing that's right for you at this time. Obviously, there is a little bit of trepidation always when we go from one phase of our life into the other phase of our life. It's not as simple as we always think it's going to be. Maybe there's a little bit of excitement, but there's also a little bit of, oh, am I going to be okay? Is everything going to work out nicely? So that's where the moon is actually playing on you this month. This is where you're feeling like, okay, I'm ready to do this, but I'm not really sure what's out there next. And I'm feeling excited, but I'm also a little bit, maybe not necessarily nervous, but I'm a little bit anxious about it, a little bit jittery about it. And I think that you're going to be fine here because the King of Cups is all about the, I want to say, this energy of, really being energetic and, really mastering your inner emotions about this whole type of situation. So, he is the master of his own ship, the King of Cups here. And, he sometimes starts in choppy waters, or he's sitting in choppy waters in the Rider-Waite deck. But yet he's mastering his own little boat, which is his throne, right, in that picture. And he's managing to be able to navigate those choppy waters all by himself in that little throne. So that's really where you're coming from, right? Is having a balance between your intellect and your emotions when it comes to this whole transition that you're going through. I really do feel that the transition is, as you're very enthusiastic about this transition. I mean, you have the Page of Wands right here, right? The Page of Wands is that energetic energy, that youthful, energetic energy where you're, okay, gung-ho, let's do it, let's get in there, let's try something, even a little bit fearless, which is okay, right? And you have the Sun. So this transition, this whatever you're going through is going to be a-okay. All right, this is a good month for you. It's an exciting month for you, actually, Scorpio. I feel quite good for you. Let's pull out some clarifiers here for you. So let's clarify the Death card. What kind of a transition is this? Pull out 3 clarifiers for the Death card, please. Yeah, first card out is the 7 of Cups. Yeah, it's all about your choices, right? It's all about what choices you're making. You have the 8 of Cups, and you have the Star card. So that's very beautiful clarifiers here. What this is telling us is that this transition is all about the choices that you're making. The choices that are some good choices, some bad choices, right? And some of those choices, they might be bad habits for us. And so the toxic habits or the bad habits are the ones that you're going to want to leave behind, right? Some of the choices are good and some of the choices are not always good. And the ones that are not good for us, we can leave them behind. Sometimes we have lots of good choices, but we have another idea that we want to pursue or another thing that we want to pursue. So as much as all the cups might be full in the Eight of Cups, we can still walk away and go towards something else that we feel is the right thing for us, as seen here by the star, right? The star is that shining light that we are trying to achieve. It's that reaching for the stars, right? It's that balance, that equal feeling of nourishment for your soul, and yet putting things out there to achieve goals, right? So finding a really, really good balance there for you, and ending those toxic habits, leaving them and walking away, leaving anything unhealthy behind you is what I feel you need to do here in this month, and is what's going to happen for you in this month. Let's clarify the moon a bit. There's a little bit of, not knowing here about what the future holds, and that's okay, because nobody really knows what the future holds, right? This is the future can change, right? These are just energies here saying this is what we feel in the present moment, and how we act and the actions that we take is what makes your future. So you really should, you really are going to be, you're really in control of that, is what I'm trying to say, right? So from the moon perspective, we have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Four of Wands, and one more card. Please and thank you, truly grateful. Yeah, and we have the Nine of Wands, okay? So here, when we are looking at what is making you feel a little bit nervous, it's because you maybe know that you have to put some hard work into it, and that's okay. I mean, hard work is what achieves results, and maybe you don't want to put as much hard work into the next phase of whatever this is, the next phase of your life, next phase of your project, next phase of your career, next phase of learning, whatever that might be for you. But you also know that you want stability, so you know that there's that balance that you need to find. There's also a very, very clear focus here with the Eight of Pentacles that you're going to put the effort into it, right? The Wounded Warrior, the Nine of Wands, is all about persevering, right? It's all about getting in there, working hard, picking yourself back up, giving something a try. Didn't work, that's fine, you fail. We learn lessons when we fail, but as long as you just keep picking yourself back up again, you're going to be a-okay, okay? Let's clarify the sun. The sun's a beautiful thing. It's telling us that your transformation is right for you, right? It's one of those 11-11 moments, one of those perfect things that tells you that you're on the right path, right? And and you have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, that's all about your independence, right? The Nine of Pentacles is this having it, achieving the goals that you want to achieve, reaching the targets that you want to reach, being in the place that you want to be at, and not necessarily physically, I mean mentally in that case, right? So you really want to be in this next phase of your life, whatever that might be, or this next phase of whatever, and, justice. There you go. What's right for you is right for you. This is the right move for you. This is, as I said, a rite of passage. You need to go through this to get to the other side, okay? Getting to the other side is moving you into whatever that phase might be for you, and only you really know what that is, right? So you can, think about your own personal situation, right? This is when I say you should use your discernment and really, what resonates for you in this situation of what that phase of your life is. But, and it might be maybe you're, obtaining wealth, maybe it's obtaining security, um, you know, it's just creating the perfect environment for you. That's what it really is, right? And creating that perfect environment for you is the justice is saying, the scales are balancing here, right? And, if it's meant to come out in your favor, it comes out in your favor. But I do feel that it's going to come out in your favor because the sun is there. So it's telling us that you really are on the right path here, okay? And I'll just pull one more card for you for the sun to clarify that. And we have the Ten of Wands. So it's a completion, right? It's a completion of a phase of your life, okay? You're going to get to that other side. Let's clarify the King of Cups, right? He's all about, as I said, having a balance between the head and the heart, the intellect and your emotions, and going through this rite of passage in a, although, as I said, a bit of an energetic, excited mode, there's also a bit of that, the unknown that, might be holding you back. But as long as you have, some planning and you are thinking about what you want for that future and how you want to achieve it and, really kind of putting in a plan in place. That's what the Two of Wands is all about, is planning, right? You, in the Rider-Waite deck, the Two of Wands is a man who is standing in his little castle that he's built, and he's holding the world. He's got the bird's eye view of the world, right? And he's basically saying, what's next for me, right? I have the whole world in my head. Now what do I do next? Or what do I want next? I've got this castle. I've got the world. I've got it all. What do I really want? And that's what you need to decide for yourself, is what do you really want for this next phase of your life? Let's get two more clarifiers. Oh, that one came out quick. And one more. Okay, and yeah, there you go. Okay, so what we got was the Empress, which is growth and development, and the Ten of Cups, which is ultimate happiness, right? That's obviously what you're here to achieve, is to grow, is to learn, is to always be growing, no matter what. Even if you're retired and you're trying to, and you're moving into another phase of your life now, it's a different type of growth. There's always growth to be had. It's just in different forms, okay? All right. Scorpio, I'm going to close out your reading with a final message from the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. Final message for Scorpio for the month of June. Final message for Scorpio. Number 49, Talisman. I'm just going to show it to you. I'm actually going to read to you from the book. A lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success you seek. Wisdom allows you to recognize traps on the road and familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It helps you recognize your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. Now you're at a place where you know the right things to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Whatever your inquiry, great fortune awaits you, for you have the wisdom to arrive at the right decision. You've learned your lessons and earned the right to your success. And as I was saying, you're learning that, what's a healthy thing for you, right? What's something that is not healthy, that's not maybe something that's toxic that you need to get rid of, something that makes you feel good, something that doesn't make you feel good. And you're making those choices as you go through this transition, right? You're making the choices. You're walking away from anything that's not good. You want to achieve some stability and really focus in on that. And so I would say to you, this is a fabulous reading for the month of Scorpio. Fabulous reading for the month of June, Scorpio. And I will leave your reading there for now. If there was anything in this reading that was helpful, and I do hope that there was, then please do hit the like button, share, hit the subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. It helps it to really grow. And you can always leave a comment, right? I read all the comments. I love all the comments. And it lets me know that the messages are resonating for and with you, all right? I'll see you again next month. And with that, please know that I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.